In this video, we're going to explore how we can build the most powerful AI assistant in the world. And I'm not lying when I say that. So let me show you how. First off, you're probably familiar with the fact that you can go inside ChatGPT or Claude or any other kind of model, and then there are pre-built connectors. So as you can see here, apps and connectors, which you can use in order to connect to those various services. However, as far as I know, at least as of today, not all options for these services are available. As far as I know, for instance, you can connect to Gmail, but you cannot directly write emails. I think that's a limitation right now. And the same might be true for the other ones. Also, of course, we are limited to the services which are already there. Then we can extend this a little bit. As you can see here, I tried that and I created my own connector in here, which was this Airtable search, but still it was limited. And also I had some issues regarding the authentication. So that's basically where we are using these ones. But now let me show you what we can do instead. And for that, we do not even need a browser. So instead, we need to use Claude Desktop, sorry for that. And we go in here. And then the most important thing is that you have enabled under the capabilities the option to build MCP servers. So that's this MCP builder tool, this one here, that needs to be enabled. That's a skill. And as soon as you have enabled that, it's really quite simple, because all you need to do is actually go into a new chat and then tell Claude what you want. For instance, help me to build an MCP for X. So you can actually replace X with any kind of service you want to connect to. So as an example, as we've seen, Airtable would be an option. We can use it, for instance, for Gmail. We can use it for any other kind of application. Could be another database, for instance. Could be a local file system if you want to do that. Could be really anything you want. And that's basically it. You just type in what you want, and then Claude will build this MCP server for you. And this will be then completely local, so on my computer right now, and I'm going to show you two examples. So the first one was, for instance, the Airtable. You've already seen this, which is this one here. Basically what you get is you get an MCP file then in Python in here, so you need to have Python installed, and then basically Claude is writing the whole code for you. So there's nothing to do from you, for your side. All you need to do is then add the .env file, which is this one here, where you actually place your, for Airtable, your token, of course, or your user credentials, right? Depending on what kind of, tool you connect to. And that's basically it. And as soon as you have done this, basically what you need to do then is go into the Claude Desktop settings. So let me also show this to you. So in here, this is basically the Claude Desktop's config file. You find it on your computer, depending on what kind of operating system you use. And then all you need to do is actually add these two things here. The command, this is to your Python in this environment. In this case, mine is this one here. And then actually the place where you're currently stored your MCP server file. And that's it basically. And as soon as you added this, then you just have to restart Claude Desktop one time, and then this MCP server is available. So basically then Claude, this desktop, can connect on your behalf to the service and then fetch the latest data, for instance. And the same is true, by the way, for Gmail MCP. As you can see, I also built that up here. The only difference, I'd like to mention this, when you are connecting to Google services like Gmail or Google Calendar, anything like that, then you also need to create a project on Google Cloud Console. You can do this for free, but that's important because you need your credentials from there, which in this case is the client ID in secret, because this needs to be created in order then to get the token, as you can see here, because a token is relevant in order to use Gmail then inside Cloud Code. That's the only, let's say, slight difference towards other services like Airtable, but basically also Claude will tell you how to do this. So you just need to ask Claude. And as I said, you can actually connect everything you want. So it doesn't matter. There are no limitations, more or less. And this means that if you have done and connected everything you want, you basically have now an AI assistant locally, in this case. I mean, it's still using Claude, right? Running on the internet, that's true. But you don't need a browser. You just open Claude Desktop in here, and then you can ask anything you want. So for instance, fetch my last 3 emails, just as an example, right? And if I do this and I run this, then basically Claude is then taking a look at the MCP tools, so which it has, and then you can see that now it's asking me, can I use this tool in this case? And then you can either say yes, always allowed, so if you don't want to permit in the next time Claude is asking, or you just say no, only this time, then click on this one here, and then it's now fetching the Gmail or my Gmail account, and then fetching the last 3 emails, and you can see that First one is here from Medium, then from WAPI here, and then there's also a core test. So that's now coming from my personal email box. But you can clearly see that, and this is just one example, but you can actually, as I said, connect anything you want. So it could be something locally, could be something remote, right? As long as there is some kind of API available for that, so you can connect to this. Then you basically can connect it to Claude Desktop, and this means that you now have, as I said, the most powerful AI assistant in the world, because it can basically connect to anything you want, and you just use it in here, no browser needed anymore, and then just, well, let it do what you had to do instead, and let it work. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you got questions, let me know. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me, and also, of course, encourages me to create more videos. Thanks, and see you the next one.